here sharing arts and crafts with you every week on Wednesdays. This week, to help bring in Christmas cheer, we are going to be making these awesome tinfoil ornaments that you can hang on your Christmas tree at home. So before we get started and I show you my supplies, don't forget that you might want to put an apron on so that way your shirt doesn't get messy, or something on your table so that way your table doesn't get dirty either. Alright, let's go through our supplies that we need this week. This week we need our tinfoil, of course, not too much. A little bit of cardboard, scissors, and then some type of tape or glue. I also used my little tape here so that I could use it for my circle. So you're going to need some type of circle shape as well. And then completely optional is some Sharpie markers so you can add color to your tinfoil. It's really important that it has to be Sharpies or some type of permanent marker, otherwise it can rub off with the tinfoil, okay? Alright, I think that's all the supplies that we need this week. We are making these really cool and fun tinfoil ornaments that you can hang on your Christmas tree at home. Alright, get your friends and family ready to go. We are going to start our arts and crafts now. Good luck!
Alright, so we have our supplies in front of us. We have our tape for our circular shape. We have it for our cardboard and our tinfoil. For now, we will just work on this side. So we'll move our pencil and our cardboard off to the side. We're going to start here. We're going to take our pencil, and we want to make sure it has a dull end, otherwise it will scratch through. So a dull pencil, and we're just going to lightly mark and trace around this circle shape. Alright, so this is the shape that we're going to be filling in for our ornament. Of course you can pick any shape you want, but I'm going to do a circle because it's nice and easy. Now it's time for decorating. You can decorate it any way you want. I'm going to start with this circle shape in the center because I want to write something on it in the very end. So I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to start adding all my other details. So like some other ornament ideas, I'm going to start with maybe a couple of stripes, and then I'll start adding lots of different patterns, and you can change it up. You can do any patterns, big, small. As you work, you can flip over the tinfoil and you can see the impression on the other side. So as you press down with your pencil, it will stick up on the other side. So as you go and you work, you can double check your stuff and flip it over and see how it's going. Alright, so I did everything on this side, so I'm going to flip it over, and this is actually going to be the front side of our ornament. On this side, this is where I'm going to write in that center spot, because if I wrote it on the other side, it would turn out backwards. So I had to flip it over in order to write, and I'm going to just write 2020 on it. Awesome! There we go. This looks so good. So next part, we are going to move this off to the side, and we are going to bring in our cardboard again. We are going to put our tape on top, and we're going to make an outline, the same exact outline that we made the first time, so that way they are the same shape. If you didn't do a circle, you'll just have to trace over your other shape and make sure that fits. Alright, we're going to take our scissors and we're going to start cutting out our circle. Unfortunately, right now, I only have these really fancy craft scissors, but I recommend using regular scissors in order to cut this out. It'll be a lot more easier and a lot more smoother for you. Alright, I'm finally finished cutting out my circle. Just gotta move some of those scraps off to the side. So if you couldn't have guessed it, we are going to take our tinfoil out and we are going to cut it down on the edges. So bring your scissors back and we are going to cut it. Now don't cut it exactly against the lines or the outside edges of your ornament shape. Instead, you're going to want to leave about 1 inch to 1.5 inches left, so that way we can fold the sides over. Alright, let's move the scraps off to the side. So if we flip it over, there we go. We flip it over and we can put our cardboard right in the middle. And as we can see, that lines up fairly nicely. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get some tape ready so that way when it's time, I'm ready to tape. You can also glue on the cardboard as well. So now we're going to start the process of flipping over or folding over the edges of our tinfoil. You have to work very slow and careful because the shape, the little cardboard shape, likes to move around a little bit. So you might need to jump around in order to make sure it stays where it needs to be. You're going to fold it down and make sure you really press it. As I feel like I have the edges over, I'm going to hold it in my hands and really rub all those edges to make sure it's really pressed down the best that it can. Since it's tinfoil, it likes to really hold its shape when you have it folded over. Alright, I think that looks really good. So now I'm just going to take my tape, or if you had glue, the glue will probably be fine. But I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to really tape down all of these edges because I want to make sure everything stays exactly where I want it to be. Alright, I think that's my last piece of tape. I got every edge covered, and that should be pretty much good to go. I'm going to take my pencil, and then this is probably where I'm going to write my name on it if I haven't already written my name. Alright, so that's the back of our ornament, and then this is the nice, pretty front of our ornament. So this is totally optional. If you want to, we can decorate it a little bit more. I'm going to grab some Sharpie markers, just maybe 3 colors, and I'm going to use it to decorate on some of those edges. So again, we're going to want to make sure that we are using Sharpie markers because these are permanent markers and they won't rub off on the tinfoil. Sometimes if you use other types of markers, they won't necessarily dry and it will just kind of rub off. So I'm going to use these markers to color in sections or maybe just kind of highlight some of my lines. So for example, I colored in that section and now I'm going to take this marker and I'm going to highlight or kind of color in some of the lines that I made. So that 2020, I wanted that to be in blue. So that way that stands out just a little bit more than it did before. Alright, so I think that's all I'm going to decorate it, but you can decorate it as much as you want. Last thing, you can poke a hole at the very top of your ornament and then take some type of string or ribbon, put it through, and then there you go. That's how you make an ornament to hang on your tree.
Oh my goodness, these look amazing. Everyone, you did such a good job. I'm so excited to see what you made. I hope you had a great time with Art Me Party at Home making tinfoil ornaments that you can hang on your own Christmas tree. Remember, you can join us here Wednesdays around noon where we'll have a fun new arts and crafts project that you can do at home with your family and friends. Alright, remember, just like your art project, stay perfectly imperfect and artistically fabulous. Bye everyone!